Hey, what's going on, Flyers Nations? Well, we are in the second half of the NHL regular season. Uh, now that the NHL All-Star Game is in the rear view, congratulations to Claude Giroux, who won the MVP for the All-Star Game. And also, without further ado, I want to say congratulations to Danny Briere, who is the Flyers' special assistant general manager, which I think he's going to do very well. And Claude Giroux is still very tight with Danny Briere, which is good. And speaking of which, you have the trade. Well, they're still talking about the trade for Claude Giroux, but the trade deadline isn't until March 21st. But let's get back to the Flyers. Do I think the Flyers are going? Do I think the Flyers are going to do any better in the second half? I don't think actually, the answer is no. They're not going to do well. You have the schedule. I mean, you still have. I mean, the schedule is going to be tough. And the Flyers have the Detroit Red Wings on the road tonight, which is Wednesday, and this coming Saturday. And then they have eight. I believe they have, and then they have home games coming up. You have the Pittsburgh Penguins twice, which I know it's still very scary. I know it's still very scary to hear. I know it's still hurtful to hear that the Pittsburgh Penguins are still really good. They're still they're still legit. You had the Pittsburgh Penguins twice. You had the Washington Capitals coming up. Um, the Carolina Hurricanes. You have the St. Louis Blues. That's going to be tough games. Uh, you have Minnesota Wild, still very good. The Chicago Blackhawks sucks, but Vegas is very good. But if the Flyers can win three games, 3 out of 8, I believe, then that's good. But look, I just want a good draft pick. Okay, I'm not concerned about the playoffs. Okay, I don't give a damn about the playoffs. Okay, I just want a good draft pick. We'll see what the Flyers do in the offseason. We'll see if they can trade players like Braun, Ristolainen, and then see what the bring in the young guns who can who are good, but we'll have to see what the Flyers are going to do in the off season. With young talent like Provorov, Sanheim, and Konechny. Uh, one of those three, whether if they'll stay here or get traded. But most importantly, I'm not sure if Claude Giroux will waive the trade off. He might go to Colorado, and I don't know if we'll get better players or young kids from Colorado. But we shall see. It's a mystery. We'll have to see between now through March 19th. March 19th is the trade deadline, and typically today is the trade deadline for the NBA. But hockey is very different than the NBA. But anyhow, I forgot to mention in this conversation you have the Edmonton Oilers in the upcoming schedule for the Flyers. Edmonton Oilers have been struggling, but you still have McDavid and Draisaitl, which those two are still very good. But but that's I think the Flyers will still have a tough time against Edmonton. So you have, you have the Edmonton Oilers in the schedule in the upcoming schedule for the Flyers. Edmonton Oilers have been struggling, but you still have McDavid and Draisaitl, which those two are still very good. But that's I think the Flyers will still have a tough time against Edmonton. So You have Pittsburgh, Washington. You play Washington twice. Carolina, St. Louis, Edmonton, and you know, those two guys you have to keep. You still have to keep an eye on for Edmonton, like McDavid and Draisaitl, and and Minnesota's good. Chicago sucks, but Vegas is good. But um, but yeah, but 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 I think, but I'm expecting the Flyers to be a bad team next year in 2023 because they're you know typically they're going to be a rebuild team, and until but I do want to see young talent come up for the Flyers, and but you know I listen. I could sacrifice. I am ready, willing, and able to sacrifice for the Flyers to be a bad team next year. I think they're going to be a bad team for the next. I don't think the Flyers are going to be great at all until another 3 to 4 years. Okay, okay. That's that's my opinion. But with the congestion, for the Flyers, we'll see what they do in the trade deadline. See if we get anyone back for from Claude Giroux. But it's a mystery what we're going to get. But anyhow, just want to break this down to you for the Flyers. Hope hope everybody's doing good. But yeah, I just want to break this down to you. I am at work right now, but I just want to break the Flyers news to you. But but yeah, I would say let's go Flyers, but they're not. They're I don't expect them to do. I don't expect them to do great right now. I don't expect them to do great next year either. So, but I'm still going to watch. I'm still going to watch every game for the Flyers. I'm still going to watch every game. Okay. Okay. Whether they lose 10-0, or if they lose another 15 games in a row, I'm still there for them. I'm still there for the Flyers. Okay. I'm not going to jump on to another team. Okay. That's what being a real Flyers fan. That's what being a real Flyers fan is all about. Okay. You're there for them when they win, and you're there for them when they lose. So Mighty Fan summed it up really well when he was doing his season of the fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. He's there for the Eagles whether they win or lose. The Eagles they play every it's every week. It's 17 games, but the Flyers it's 82 games. The Sixers it's 82 games as well. And the Phillies, they play 162 games, but we don't know if we'll have baseball. But we would like for it to have. We would like to see a baseball season, but as for right now, as for the NBA trade deadline, I want to see Ben Simmons gone, just like anybody else, and everybody else. But but see if we can get James Harden or Dame, or but I'm sort of off topic, but as for the Flyers, but like I said, hockey is different than the NBA when it comes to trades. But uh, but but yeah, but all right, everybody, take care. I got to get back to work, and just wanted to break this Flyers news to you. All right, take care. Bye bye.